So, hi everybody, it's Renee here. I want to talk to you today about something that I think so many of us are feeling right now, and that's the heaviness of life. So, are you feeling as if you are just surviving, just sort of going through the motions, rather than actually living? If that resonates with you, I want you to know something. I want you to know that you are not alone. In fact, in almost every session I'm having lately with my clients, this theme has been coming up over and over again. The theme of people feeling stretched, feeling tired, and feeling like they just carry the weight of the world on their shoulders. So, what I want to do today is I want us to unpack this. I want us to unpack this feeling that we're all going through. And I also want to give you some simple guidance, simple tools on how to navigate this because we shouldn't be living our lives this way at all. So the first thing I want to do is I want to just shift the focus a little bit and explain to you what survival mode is, because this is the mode that we're all in. We are all in survival mode where every day we're just like, trying to get through the minute, the moment, the day, and we're not actually achieving anything. So survival mode, to describe it in a very basic sense, survival mode is when you are constantly running on stress, running on adrenaline, when your mind feels so busy, but you're not actually making any progress. You're not actually moving forward. When you feel as if you just can't stop, because if you do stop, everything is just going to come crumbling down. That is survival mode. Do you resonate with that? Does that sound like you? Does that sound like you right now? Is that what you are going through right now? So, another thing that you could try to do to determine whether this is you or not is I want you to think about if you've ever heard yourself or ever noticed yourself saying things like, I just need to get through this week. Or something like, I'll rest when things calm down. But the reality of the situation, they never really do. And that, my friends, is what survival mode is. And this is where we're stuck. We're all stuck in this mode of survival, but we're not actually living. We're not actually accomplishing the things that we need to. And something else I want to add to this point is the truth. And the truth is, it's not your fault. It's not your fault that you're in this state. It's not your fault that life is this way. Because one thing I can, with absolute certainty, share with you is that right now, the collective energy is heavy. When I talk about the collective energy, I'm talking about, worldwide. I'm talking about everybody, not just in your hometown, not just where you are. I'm talking on a global level. The collective energy is incredibly heavy right now, incredibly heavy. And everybody, it doesn't matter what their status in life is, but everybody has financial worries. Those people who have a lot of money are worrying about whether they will continue to have a lot of money, or how they're getting more money, or saving, or keeping it secure, keeping it safe, keeping it whatever. Then there's this huge amount of global uncertainty. I mean, everybody is nervous about what's going on in the world. And we don't just look at our own countries anymore. We now look bigger than that. We look global. And there's so much global uncertainty. And we're all like almost waiting with bated breath to see what's going to happen and how is it going to affect us and how is it going to unfold and all of these kind of things. And then, so we got the financial worries, okay, whether you've got it or you don't have it, there is worry and stress about money. Then there's the global uncertainty. And then the third thing that is causing us all to be in survival mode is our family responsibilities. So family responsibilities have become a big thing. You might be living in a situation where within your home base, it's not just you, your partner, and the children, but you've got extended family living with you, you've got parents, you've got siblings, you've got their children. So, and even if they're not under the same roof as you, there is this responsibility of needing to take care of them and needing to look after them. And friends, I'm here to tell you today, it's a lot. It's a lot. So it's no surprise that we're all in survival mode. And I say we all because honestly, I don't know anybody who isn't in survival mode. And Spirit have been showing me that many of us are carrying so much more than we are meant to. And our souls are asking us to slow down. Our souls are asking us to reset. And our souls are asking us to find a gentler way forward. So, if you have been feeling unmotivated, if you have been feeling anxious, or if you are just feeling as if you're constantly behind everything in your life, like you're constantly behind the dishes, you're constantly behind the washing, you're constantly behind your work, you're constantly behind car maintenance, garden maintenance, like if you're just constantly feeling as if you just can't keep up, I have to say to you that that is not a weakness. that you are experiencing right now, it's actually that whole feeling is your soul talking to you, trying to get you to slow down and to stop, because you're taking on too much. You're taking on too much. All right. What I want to do is, like, I've identified where and what the problem is. So what I want to do now is I want to help you in understanding a few ways that you can work with this, to work through this energy so that it doesn't overwhelm you, doesn't stop you, and it doesn't keep you in that survival mode. So I'm going to share a few things that Spirit have shown me about moving out of survival mode and moving into a lighter, more supported energy. First of all, I can tell you it's not going to happen automatically, right? Unfortunately, it's not like there's a magic wand and boof, you're out of survival mode. It is something that you're going to have to consciously work on. It is something that you're going to have to consciously do on a regular basis to get yourself to that point of being out of survival mode. So the first point, the first thing that I need to recommend, highly recommend, is to ground yourself daily. So what does it mean when we say ground yourself daily? Grounding yourself is really just connecting your body, connecting your physical to the earth. Okay, so this might mean sitting quietly, with your breath, just, wherever you are, on your bed, at your office, on the lounge, outside in the garden, wherever you are, just sitting quietly and just breathing, just being mindful of air coming in and air going out, just connecting with your breath. You don't have to do it for 20 minutes. It can be just 2 minutes. If that is the only time that you have, then 2 minutes is enough. Another way of grounding, and a really good way of grounding, is to put your feet on the grass, like to take your shoes off and to go out and stand in the sand on the grass, connecting to Mother Earth. And just when you're standing there, just be, again, mindful and conscious of allowing the energy to come from the earth up through the soles of your feet and into your body, and allow it to fill you up in the best way that you can. That is an amazing way of grounding. If you go and stand barefoot on the grass or on the sand for just a couple of minutes, it makes a huge difference. If you don't have grass or sand, if you are in a place that has only got concrete, that's okay. Stand on the concrete, but see in your mind's eye, see the ground beneath that and see the energy of the ground coming up through the concrete. So if none of that is doable for you, if none of that is possible for you, if that just doesn't appeal to you, another thing that you can do to ground yourself on a daily basis. So I am saying to you that all of this needs to be done daily. You can't do it once a week or once a month and say, right, I'm set for the month. You have to do it daily. So another way of grounding yourself on a daily basis is to write down what you're grateful for. I know I'm forever preaching gratitude, but I'm preaching it because it works. It really does, to take you out of survival mode and to get you into that place where you're feeling just a little bit more okay to navigate the life's challenges. So these few rituals that I've given you now will basically, if you do them on a daily basis, when you do them, it reminds your system, your nervous system, your emotional system, your mental system, it reminds your entire body that you are safe and that everything is under control and that everything will be fine. Okay, so survival mode, we need to shift the mindset, we need to shift the thinking and get ourselves out of panic and get ourselves into a state of calm. So the first method is grounding yourself on a daily basis. The second point that I want to give you to shift out of survival mode is to focus on what is in your control. Not to focus on the problems, not to focus on the challenges, but to actually ask yourself, what am I in control of? What is in my control right now? And only focus on that. So often when we are in survival mode, our minds are spinning, okay? Our minds are spinning about all the things that we can't fix. And Spirit always says to me that it's the small steps that you take today that will shift the energy of tomorrow. So it's such an important point that. So I want you to ask yourself the question, what's one thing that I can do right now in this space? What is one thing that I can do right now in this space to bring a little more peace into my day? So anytime you're feeling overwhelmed, anytime you're feeling anxious, anytime you're feeling insecure, just stop. Just stop what you're doing. Put everything down. Just breathe for a couple of seconds and then say to yourself, right, what is the one thing that I can do right now to bring a little bit more peace into my day? And focus on just that one thing. What is one thing that is in your control right now? The things that are out of your control, don't let them take a high priority in your life. It's about bringing our priority down. It's about bringing our consciousness down and only focusing on that which we actually have control over. Then the third thing, and this is probably the hardest. It should be the easiest, but it's probably the hardest thing for all of us. And the third thing that Spirit wants me to share with you to help you navigate survival mode is to be gentle with yourself. I know, right? It should be such an easy thing, but it's actually the hardest thing for us to navigate. Be gentle with yourself. Spirits say that it's so important. You know, survival mode thrives on self-criticism. Survival mode thrives on the pressure that we put ourselves under. But the truth is that you don't need to push harder. What you need is more kindness. That's the thing that is most important, is the kindness. So friends, I want you to give yourself permission to rest. And to like rest, okay? Not just, okay, I got 5 minutes and the mind is going, like actually to rest. You also got to give yourself permission to say no. You've also got to give yourself permission to not have it all figured out. It's okay. It's okay if you don't know what's going to happen. It's okay if things may go wrong. It's okay. Spirit wants you to know that you are not falling behind. You are not missing out on anything. You are being realigned right now. So this alignment, this stress, the survival mode that we're in right now, it's not because you're failing. It's not because you're doing wrong. It's not because you're not good enough. It's because we need to realign with what truly matters. What truly matters. So friends, if life has been feeling very heavy lately, I invite you to reflect. Invite you to reflect on where in your life you are just surviving. Where are you just going through the motions every day? Where is it that you are just hamster on a hamster wheel going through the motions? And then I want you to ask yourself, where in your life do you want to actually start living again? Where? And I want you to remember something. You don't have to figure it all out on your own. No, this is exactly the kind of work that I do in my sessions, in my readings that I do with clients. Spirit and I are here to help you see the bigger picture. We are here to help you find clarity, and we are here to help you navigate the challenges that you are facing with more ease. We're not going to have solutions. We're not going to tell you, oh, okay, turn left, turn right, go straight for a kilometer and turn one more time and you've reached your destination. It's not like that. But what it is, it's about helping you to recognize where you're throwing your energy and how that is not really the right place to be putting your energy, and then to help you realign yourself, to bring yourself back to purpose so that you can have your energy back the way that it's supposed to, that you can navigate life's perils easier, simpler, and less complicated. So if this message today has spoken to you and you feel a need to go deeper or to find the clarity and the purpose, I'd love to work with you one-on-one. I'd love to. Reach out to me. But even if you take absolutely nothing else from today, I want you to take this one piece of advice. Take this one piece of advice. You are not alone. Spirit is with you. And I am sending you so much love and so much positivity. I'm here for you. You got this. Stop being in survival mode. Give yourself permission to stop, to pause, to breathe, to realign so that you can move forward with confidence, so that you can move forward with conviction, and that you can move forward with purpose. I'm sending you all so much love and so many blessings, and I look forward to helping you on your journey. Take care, friends.